Hello everyone, and welcome to this angel reading today, where I've called in the archangels to come in and bring some messages through. I have been feeling a call from some souls that are really needing some guidance, and angels have been showing me vision of some of you really feeling uncertain, feeling fearful, and I'm seeing like curled up in a ball and crying. So if you're watching that and this is you, the angels want to let you know that you are not alone and that you are being looked after, and to call on them, call on their healing, and they will come into your life. Now, I've got here 5 groups in front of you here. These are the cards that the archangels have chosen, and I haven't really used this deck and I don't know a lot about this deck, but I'm going to use it for the numbers and the symbolism, because I feel like it's more something around your soul and what your soul is going to choose. And I will let you know once we get into your group what that number means. All right, so we have several 6s in this group, so we're going to go group number 1, and it's this card here, and I'm just going to let you have a look at that card. And then we have group number 2, which will be this card, which is another 6. Group number 3, which is this one. Group number 4. And group number 5. So pick which one is calling you, and I'll get started with group number 1. Hello group number 1, and welcome to your reading. So you picked this card here. Apologies about my nails. Just want to point that out there. I couldn't find any nail polish remover. Okay, so this one here is a number 6, and this is from the Numerology Oracle, and it says connectedness of spirituality and sexuality, of love and sex, interpersonal harmony, self-love and altruistic love. It says, I find fulfillment in life in a team and in new and self-chosen partnerships, as well as in new life dreams in which I courageously experiment with life, and I love everything that I do. And it says here, chances of experiment life, pioneering innovations, new partnerships in work or your private life, body dynamics, hectic pace, self-denial and trust in life could be some of the challenges of number 6. It says changes in a team-oriented management, creating harmonic life, supporting connections, time for fitness and body health. I look into the mirror and I know myself. I love all challenges of the new age, and time supports me. Okay, so some of those meanings may resonate for you, group number 1. But yes, 6 is that number of love, that number of beauty as well, and harmony as well. And it feels like here, I get this sense, and I'm hearing the word like this, something being renewed in your life here, group number 1, and I'm also like hearing the word patching up. It's like things are being patched up in your life. And I'm also getting the message here that where you have been wounded, where you have been taking on even other people's wounds, or where you've been taking on any fear-based energy, that there's healing taking place here. And this healing is going to create new energy for you and new beginnings for you. I want to say things are coming together for you, things are aligning for you, group number 1. And I want to say with these 2 triangles here, one is for the above, one is for the below, and I want to say that heaven and earth is being united here. and there is new coming in for you. And I also want to point out here, what I'm hearing is the importance of your intention and importance of you having an open heart here. And I know that can be hard if there's fears or worries or concerns in your life, group number one, but the angels are saying here that they want you to stay in that energy when you can of self-love, inner reflection, and connecting within and strengthening that. In that, with that strength within you is going to connect you to partnerships, people, and experiences that are going to be very harmonious for you, helpful for you, and allow you to heal and grow here. And patching up as well, for some of you, this could be assisting, angels are assisting you to forgive someone here. There could have been recently a misunderstanding or a breakup or some sort of discord. But this is a general reading, so I'll get different messages. Please just take what messages are resonating for you at this time. All right, I'm now going to get some cards. So group number one, please, Archangels, what messages do you have for group number one? I feel like I'm saying as well, purple is a very prominent color for you at this time. They're saying purple is it's something, I feel like it's going to soothe you in some way, purple energies, and it's going to help open your energy up to more spiritual downloads and feeling of a higher consciousness as well, group number one. And I really feel like they're also showing me the amethyst crystal. So if I feel like for some of you, perhaps you could wear the amethyst crystal, meditate with the amethyst crystal, sleep with the amethyst crystal, because some of you may be having difficulty sleeping right now, but they're saying that this may be helpful for you. Oh, and look at that. That's what I was seeing. I was seeing that purple energy here, and you've got the third eye chakra, which aligns here with this energy of meeting heaven with earth. And this is about you visualizing here what you want in your life and really anchoring that down. I see the wisdom of my higher self and apply this wisdom to my life. And as I was saying, surrounding yourself with the purple energy or using some purple crystals or the amethyst crystal, I feel like you're going to be able to expand that crown chakra. It says third eye, but I also feel crown chakra here for you, because I see you opening up to an expanded higher consciousness, and in turn this gives you a higher vision for yourself, group number one, which is going to help you to mend the old and create the new here. And as I said, patch things up or patch you up. The wounding is healing, and you are creating from that. You're creating from what has been, and this in turn is a lot of beauty here, group number one. I'm not saying that what you've been through is not beautiful. You know, for each and every one of you, this is different. But it's like the journey that you're taking, the strength that you take, the believing in yourself, group number one, is beautiful. Another thing that I'm seeing, it's like I keep seeing really little tiny sparkles of light. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera or not, but I am seeing it. And so if you've been seeing little sparkles of light, this is your angels or your guardian angel who is showing you that they're here. All right, so some of you that might resonate. But they're also, with that, with me seeing that right now, it's letting you know that they're around you. Okay, so please remember to ask for that higher vision. Call in your higher self to embody your higher self as well. The more that you bring that light in, the easier your path is going to be. Now, the reason I paused here is because they were saying to me that sometimes for some of you, and it won't be for everyone, it's like sometimes you might be a little bit ungrounded, and the reason why is because sometimes you're detaching from the earth, and like you're sort of It's like, it's sort of my idea. It's like, hang on, let me get this message out straight. So it's almost like you have here the higher realm and the lower realm. So you've got your higher chakras, your lower chakras here, and then you've got your heart in the middle, okay? Now, Spirit wants you to bring that all together, but what sometimes happens with you is you disconnect and go into the higher realms, but you want to anchor into the lower realms so that you can live, enjoy, and you can have what you desire here. And they're saying when you start to anchor in the higher light of who you are, your higher self source, when you're connecting with that energy, it can bring up some old wounds to be cleared out. And it's like putting the light in a tunnel. You know, the tunnel's no longer dark. It starts to shine light and you get to see what is in that dark tunnel, which you wouldn't seen before. And so when that light comes in, group number one, that's when you're starting to see some of the shadow. And so, and then I feel like for some of you, you then sort of, rather than feeling it, it's like you detach in some way, or you may do like meditations of traveling or astral traveling, or you might just find ways to avoid what is happening within you. And you know, we all do this to a degree, but spirits, you know, your angels are really pointing out here the importance of feeling that energy, acknowledging that energy, and really connecting with the earth, group number one, so that you can be supported in healing those energies, because it's in the feeling that we heal. And that Mother Earth, that is our support system, that is our anchorage. And when you do, you bring your system, you bring your body, your mind, your spirit into that oneness to work together here in order to create harmony in your life, group number one. That's a lot of messages there. Oh, I'll take that one. So in the near future, if you've been wondering about something here, they're saying it's going to happen in the near future. I see some big changes coming in for you. And I feel like for some of you, just because I'm clairsentient, so I feel a lot of feelings, and I feel in my solar plexus a little bit of fear or worry around this. Now this could mean two different things. For some of you, there's fears and worries in regards to the future and you're not sure about what's next, all right? And I'm seeing like stairs, and I see you walking upstairs. So I want to say things are, it's like you're moving up a level here. When I see stairs, that's leveling up. But there may take some moving out of comfort zone. I feel like it could be a fear of what's next or what's in the future. And perhaps for some of you, projecting into the future and you're fearful of that. And again, this comes back to the message of being grounded. You know, and grounded, you know, you can go out into nature, be in the present. I think present moment is one of the best grounding techniques. Being with the trees, looking at the birds. You know, it's our biggest teacher, nature. Nature's our teacher and it's our healer at the same time. So it'll help you to bring through higher awareness as well as being grounded, I'm hearing. And I'm just seeing lots of green around me. So they're saying surround yourself with green as well, and maybe some green healing crystals may be helpful as well. I'm also seeing like a green candle, a green healing candle. That may be helpful as well. But I feel like you need to soothe yourself, okay? We have here that there is nothing to fear. Yeah, so as I said, I feel like you're fearing the future here. Don't let others make you feel bad. All right, so maybe you have been a little bit, had other people telling you what you should do or what they think is best for you here, group number one, and they're saying don't let others affect your choices here, or don't allow other people to rain in on your parade or to affect your mood here. I feel like for some of you, like I'm getting the message that, you know, you're on track, you're moving forwards really smoothly. Like they're showing me like a a swan like gliding through the calm waters, and it's like someone comes in and they just throw a rock on your path, and then all of a sudden you're ruffled your feathers, and it's really hard for you to calm back down, group number one. And so they're saying don't let them bother you, because you need to look after your own sense of self here. And yeah, and if anybody's trying to tell you how you should do things, keep listening to yourself. All right. We've got dreams here. So I feel like with the dreams card that you could be having a lot of dreams, and you may be having trouble with sleep as well, because as I said, like I get that with because they said to use the amethyst, near your bed or something like that. Also, you may be getting some guidance, some visions through your sleep. There may even be some of you may be getting dreams that are like quite chaotic. This is part of the releasing that's happening. And I'm also hearing past. It could be dreams about people or someone from the past. This is clearing out. And take note as well of the themes of your readings, because this can give you some guidance here on what to release and let go of. I do feel a lot of worry with this group, all right? I do feel it. You're unsure here. Look at that, angel lights, another confirmation that the angels are around you, and that some of you are in fact seeing little tiny sparkles of light. And there you go, on the back of the deck, we'll take that one out. Your angels are always with you, so they are with you through this time. I do feel like for some of you, you're going through a transformation here, and you're not certain of the future here, but something is there's I'm seeing there's let me get some more messages. Oh, okay, they just knocked this out my hand. We are all different and enjoy being outdoors. So again, they're saying enjoy being outdoors. We are always different. It's like I wanted to say, like I feel like in the near future things are going to ease up for you, but it's almost like I felt like I was interrupted. So I don't know whether you keep being interrupted on your path in some way, group number one, or perhaps that you feel like, maybe you feel different to other people, so you feel a little bit unsure about stepping out into something here. And so again, they're saying to spend time outdoors to really ground yourself and to help support these feelings that are coming up. And look on the back here, sensitivity is a gift. You're very sensitive, and this is a gift of yours. So embrace your uniqueness here, group number one. Ooh. Sorry guys, the light nearly knocked down. Yeah, and maybe that's happened recently. Maybe you've had someone try to sort of dim your light, in other words, recently. You have to reclaim your power here. I just want to see what's in the near future, please, for my group number ones. What's in the near future, please, archangels? I feel like as well, I feel like there's some, with your solar plexus, I feel like it needs sort of balancing and perhaps some healing in your solar plexus. I feel like you may have had people who have tried to take your power, or you haven't been in your full power here, group number one. And Spirit's asking you to stand up for yourself and claim your power here. I feel like you're very strong, and I feel like you've got, with your sensitivities and who you are that is unique and different, it's something that is beautiful, and it's meant to be shared in this world, group number one. And it does take courage to go against the grain. It does take courage to be in your power when other people may not see you in, as you know, everyone else, you know, they may not see you as normal, or they may see you as different, but you know, we all are different. It's just that some people haven't got the courage to follow their light, and you are group number one. You are. We're all at different parts of our journey, and we are all at different parts in our, I don't know if parts is the right word. We're at all different destinations in our journey, and I feel like something is really emerging with you, group number one, and it's very beautiful, and you're coming into your power. And I'm feeling now throat chakra. So I feel like what's being awakened within you is your personal power and your truth. And you're going to start to align with this. And yes, there is going to be some healing, right? But it's like you are emerging here. We've got the Magician. So like I said, this is about you connecting and being this bridge between heaven and earth. And it's like you beginning to understand yourself, and you being able to manifest and create your life here, group number one. I see you becoming like this wizard, and you gaining your wings here. And I feel like wherever you've missed out, I want to say, or wherever you have lacked, I see that you can turn the tables here, group number one. Look at this genie bottle here that's really standing out to me. It's like there's magic to be and I feel like my communication is breaking here because this is the throat chakra. I feel like for some of you, the throat chakra may have been sort of not closed down, but like blocked for a while. Like I feel like you've had to, well, you couldn't be all of yourself with people. Perhaps you were told that you're different or too sensitive, and therefore you felt like you couldn't be yourself. And I feel like that's why sometimes that you sort of detach from the earth a bit. You may feel like you don't belong to this earth, and you may feel like you're more happy in your dreams and in your visualizations here, group number one. But you're a really good magician, and as soon as, like, I feel like really it's you grounding in those dreams, you grounding in those visions, and magic is to be had here. I'm hearing as well, you are the creator of your dream, group number one. I'm also hearing a message, we are waiting for you. We are waiting for you. You know, they're saying see us as not higher than you, but see us as your team, and we're waiting for your directions. This is what the angels are saying to you. We're waiting for your directions because this is your life, and we're ready to help you heal. We're ready to help you grow. We're ready to help you make your dreams come true here, group number one, and embrace yourself and come into your personal power. And they're saying, you know, we're waiting for your directions. The universe is waiting for your directions. So I feel like they're saying it's put that clear intention in here. We also have the Seven of Raphael. This fell on the ground. Time to make a decision, be clear on what you want, and take action, and a need for detoxification. So that's really standing out for me, the detoxification. And I feel like this could be in many different areas, group number one. It'll be different for every one of you. Could be all of the areas. But I'm feeling like definitely people. I'm definitely feeling that there's some people that may need to be, that you may need to move on from. I'm also feeling this could be body, all right, and the mind. So the body, perhaps you need to cleanse your body, or eating very healthful foods, looking after what, you know, making sure that you are nourishing your body, taking care of it. I also want to say, this is coming up as well, that for some of you, like maybe you've been just not looking after yourself and not washing yourself, and I don't see this as a judgment, okay? This is just a message from the angels, like when you cleanse yourself and dress yourself, no matter what it is that you're going through, that lifts your spirit, group number one. Now, I don't feel like that's for everybody, but that's for someone watching, that you're going through something very heavy at the moment. Sometimes when that's happening, it's hard. So yeah, and again, I'm seeing steps going up here. So again, that you are leveling up, you're ascending here, group number one, and there's a lot of healing. Look at all the buckets here of healing. Seven of Raphael too, I think it's the Seven of Cups. So this can be about like different ideas and also different opportunities. But I also want to say here that I feel like you're dreaming a lot about what it is that you want. And perhaps you're not sure about how to execute that, I'm hearing as well. But I feel like that opportunity is going to come about. I'm seeing a bridge in the background. So again, I'm getting that message of you being a bridge. And so it's interesting, like I see these little bushes and I saw them as birds, but they're not. I think they're like little flowers. And so, but I saw this and I feel like this is something around people around you or family. There's a group of people here, and I'm not sure how that connects with your life, but there's something about a group of people, and I just get a good feeling from it. But yes, I feel like there is healing for you, and it also says time to make a decision. So I feel like if you're resonating with, you know, this being a lot of different ideas that you get, or you've been dreaming about a lot of different things, Spirit's saying it's time to make a decision on one of them and start to create and move forwards with it here. And just take, if there's a lot of fear around it, because I still feel that fear, they're saying just take one step. What can you do today in the very moment with what you have in order to create the life that you want or the dream that you're after? Because for each and every one of you, it's going to be different. For some of you, this may be you getting out of a situation in life. For some of you, this could be life purpose or career. It could be anything. So with what you have now, what steps can you take? We have here peace, release the past, there is more enriching future to come, let go and let God. So I feel like in the near future, and I think that's what I was saying, like I feel like there is going to be more peace coming in for you. And look at that, that's what I was seeing, all the greenery around here. So I feel like being in nature is going to bring you into that energy of peace as well. And they're saying because you're very sensitive to energy, that nature is very, very healing, and it actually strengthens your aura. I'm sure most of you know what an aura is, but if you don't know what aura is, that is the energy field that surrounds your body. And if there are there's any tears or you know, leakages within that auric field, it can weaken. And also when you're sensitive, you can absorb energies here. But in nature is green like the heart chakra, and it's very healing, and it strengthens your aura and it clears your aura as well. All right. Look at that. There is a more enriching future coming. Yes. Let's get some more messages here. Archangels, what do they need to know? What does group number one need to know? Okay, so we have the King of Scrolls here. It's like he's holding on to this here. So this, I feel like for you, is plans that you're making. And I see this path here. But I see a gate close, so I feel like you're thinking or dreaming about what steps to take next. I was going to say what steps to take next, and I feel like you're thinking or planning, or I feel like Spirit is also asking you to get some details on something. Perhaps there may be contracts involved here or something legal involved. That maybe need to be cleared up as well. I'm just getting a side message here. But I also feel like here it's like getting to the truth of something here as well. And I feel like that you're a very highly spiritual being, whether you realize it or not. Your consciousness is higher, okay? And I feel like, again, I'm getting that sense of some logic needs to come in here, like that, the lower chakras here. Archangel Gabriel here is stepping in, and we have the light of the world. So I'm going to look at these two cards here for you. So first we'll look at Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel is a divine messenger, the archangel of communication. He comes with his trumpet and scroll, as well as two gentle sparrows, signifying a powerful yet peaceful expression on his chest. He wears the crest of Mercury, the god of communication. This loving angel carries the sacred words of truth into the world and brings them easily to you. When this card appears upright, it indicates a profound connection to the wonderful presence. Your power of expression is on the rise now, and you'll have an easier time communicating with others, expressing your feelings, and even working on projects involving communication, such as publishing, counseling, teaching, mediumship, journalism, marketing, radio, or television. Now is the time for any of these endeavors, but no matter what you do, remember the power of words. Call on Gabriel to inspire and let yourself sing out. So this is, again, message of you being in your personal power and you bringing that out into the world here. And your power of expression is on the rise. So yes, you know, you are holding back here, but I feel like you're moving into a time where you're going to be expressing yourself more, and you will be, you know, through healing that's taking place here. And as I said, I saw the stairs and this leveling up that's occurring for you. You are going to be stepping out more and more out of your comfort zone, and you're going to start to speak more of your truth here, group number 1. And the next one you have here, it says, though your life may be busy, the opportunity now presents itself for you to move into a higher awareness. It's a great time to open your higher self and all its wisdom and powers. It is your soul, your eternal being, who approaches, but it's up to you and only you to open the door. You do that by taking real and regular action in knowing and feeling the wise and radiant being you are forever. Through meditation and study, you can own the enormous love, power, and vision. You can make every day sacred by going within. Once you do, you will know the radiant and greater power in every step with every word, and you'll be able to bring this magnificent force to your world, changing your life forever. So again, your archangels are saying that, you know, you are bringing this heaven to earth, and you are a manifester here. You're going to bring magic into your earth here, and you can see him holding the light here. So you're holding that light, and you're going to bring this light into the world. But as it says here, you need to open the door. You need to take that step. All right. Any other cards? I'm going to get an Angel of Abundance card here. So it says positivity, faith, and optimism. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunity with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. Yes, have that courage to keep going, no matter what, group number 1. And, you know, don't listen to other people who are trying to blow out your flame here. Don't allow setback to pull you off course here. I think I mentioned that in the beginning. You know, keep positive and have faith here. We have synchronicity. Thank you, angels. I trust your well-timed guidance and signs. So Spirit is bringing you through signs, and there's going to be a lot more synchronicity coming in for you, group number 1. So take note of these synchronistic messages. You've got direction, guardian, choose your path. Yes, so the angels are saying it's, you know, I feel like you've been visualizing, dreaming a lot. It's now time to take a step on one of those ideas that feel really aligned for you, group number one. Bring it in, ground it in. Outdoors, another message about being outdoors. Go outside and get some fresh air and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. And patience. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. And crystal clear intentions. Be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. So again, that was the message I was saying in the beginning about your clear intention. So lastly, I am going to do one of these Archangel Light Code cards, and you can feel into the symbol for the activation. Okay, so what symbol for group number one, please? What light code, group number one? And this will help activate. There we go. They had to get the very right one for you. All right. So this is from Archangel Daniel, Divine Heart Communication. And again, you can see the higher and lower. I'm bringing, it's like there's a heart chakra. And so it's connecting. It's connecting it all. So just take a moment to take a few deep breaths. Take in that light code. Open your heart. Open to love, to trust. Receive the divine light love. Receive right now the healing from the archangels. Feel their support. Take in their love. So that is the messages I have for you, group number one. I want to send you so much love. If you like these readings, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Much love. Bye for now. Hello, group number two, and welcome to your Archangel reading. So we have this number 6 here, and this is what the Archangel have chosen for you today. And so I'm just going to read. This is from the Numerology Oracle by Christine Bengal and Patrick Starhill. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. But this is about interpersonal harmony, self-love and altruistic love, connection of spirituality and sexuality, of love and sex. I find fulfillment of life in a team and in new and self-chosen partnerships, as well as in new life dreams in which I courageously experiment with life and love everything that I do. The chances with this card is life, experiment, pioneering innovations, new partnerships in work and private life. The challenges are body dynamics, hectic pace, self-denial, and trust in life. It says changes in the team-oriented management, creating harmonic, life-supporting connections, time for fitness and bodily health. I look into the mirror and know myself. I love all challenges of the new age, and time supports me. Right. So that is that card there. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that, guys. The card box fell off the table. Okay, so Archangels, what messages do you have for group number 2, please? Sacred geometry is coming to me too. I don't know if some of you work with sacred geometry, use sacred geometry, but also I'm getting that feeling of like working with Archangel Metatron, and something around the heart. Something around the heart chakra here, and using some sacred geometry to help with clearing the heart chakra. So you could look that up. What messages do you have, Archangels, for group number 1? I'm getting this energy here, group number 2, and it's like all of a sudden, like I just felt dizzy, and I can feel like this funny energy in my head. It's like a wobble. I don't know what it is. I don't know if someone watching this, you've been experiencing that. But then I started to get confused. Sorry guys, the video cut out. So yeah, I'm just like felt like dizziness and like a wobble. So I don't know if you felt like that, or whether this is like, what I'm getting is that for some of you, you need to clear your crown chakra. Like, I'm not everyone, and I don't want you to be in fear here, but I just feel like there could be, for some of you, there's an attachment, or if you've been feeling like, and I just have to say what I'm getting here because I'm a medium, but like I'm feeling like there could be some sort of, for someone watching, if you've been feeling like wobbles or sort of weird pressure feelings in the head, and it's causing confusion, and it's, you know, I mean, please check with a medical practitioner. But if it's been happening and you've got no answers for it, then I would look at calling in Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael and your spiritual team, and just do some meditation and ask them to come in and clear that headspace, clear your mind from any negative attachments, thoughts that may be harboring your connection with your higher self. Okay, I just don't want you to be fear. It's easy to be done, it's easy to be released, but yeah, it could be sort of causing some of that confusement. But of course, always seek medical help if you need to. Yeah, okay, and it won't be for everyone, that. All right. They're also saying to drink more water. You're not drinking enough water, pure water. All right, I want to say too, going into the sun, all right, is going to also help clear that headspace as well. I don't know why this is coming through as well for someone. Like you're not feeling well, or you're feeling a lot of pressure. Like it could be from, like maybe you've been just feeling off, or like some sort of virus or flu, and I'm seeing like the sun, and I feel like the sun is going to be really rejuvenating and very healthy for you as well. And I feel like I celebrate each sunrise and recognize the healing energies of the sun. So yeah, I feel like the sun is going to be really healing for you, really rejuvenating for you, give you a lot more energy, because I feel like group number 2, for some of you, you've been lacking vitality, lacking energy, and I feel like, again, like I feel like that sun is going to clear that head. Yeah, there's something around the crown chakra here, and I feel like with that sun energy, it's going to help clear that, and I feel like you're going to feel a lot more vitality and a lot more strength here. Do you have any other messages, Archangels? They're drawing me to this pile. I'm also getting like you get light codes from the sun, and so when you're in the sun, it's like you get downloads of information and activations that activate healing and growth for you. We have a yes. So you're opening up to something here, and I feel like if you've been wanting to know an answer to the question, then that could be a yes. But I'm hearing there's new energy coming in for you, and I see that you're going to be really delighted and happy and joyful. There's more joy coming in here, and I feel like that the fog is going to lift for you, all right? The fog is going to lift. You could also use crystals as well if you've been feeling a lack of clarity. Work with some crystals. Oh, my lapis lazuli is coming through for me. Clear quartz, aventurine, and celestite. But please just use your intuition and choose which one feels right for you. Calling on the ground. It's so interesting because I was going to say as I was shuffling that, like, I feel like they've got, it's like maybe you've been waiting on messages and things haven't been really clear for you and you've just been sort of unsure. And look what fell on the ground. Call upon the angels. So call them to help. As I said to you, if you're feeling that fog in your brain, feeling heaviness around your crown chakra, and I'm going to ask Spirit to release that now. And for anybody, I'm just going to do this healing right now, okay? So I'm going to ask if, for those of you who resonate with feeling the brain fog, I don't want you to worry about what it is. It doesn't matter. What we're going to do now is I want you to say yes to the healing, and I'm going to call upon Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, and their team of angels to come in and help all of those who are watching, who say yes to this healing. Can we bring in healing and open up the channel of light? So just, I'm pausing because Spirit wants you to pause and just come into quietness now and just feel the angels coming into you, your auric field, clearing the mind, your energy field. So that you can receive a higher awareness and clarity. Take a few deep breaths and breathe in the light. We'll say thank you, angels, for your healing and your grace. Okay, so there's a message here about sharing makes everything more fun. And love and value yourself. And again, like, I'm even feeling thirsty, so they're saying to make sure you drink water as well. Yeah, there's a need to love and value yourself here. We'll get some more messages. Courage and strength. It's interesting because I see the unicorn here. There's something about innocence as well. And I see this as the angels coming in to help you and to help you to see that your innocence is beautiful. And I also feel like artwork is going to be really helpful for you. Okay, they're just clearing up that energy now. So I'm just going to do a little ring of the bell just to clear the energy. And let's get some more messages here. What's your messages, Archangels, for group number 2, please? I want to say, like, I feel like for some of you, you've been confused about something and you've been wanting clarity on a situation. I'm just seeing fogginess, like, we've got 2 of Ariel. It's important to have balance. Oh, now my throat chakra. Excuse me, guys. Okay. It's important to have balance. Working multiple jobs or projects at once make work fun. So something around your throat chakra as well. Maybe some of you have been a little bit unwell, as I said. But that can also symbolize grief as well. So for some of you watching, this is not going to be, I'm getting different messages for different people. I just bring through what I hear and what I see, guys, okay? So just take that where it resonates for you. But I'm also getting grief for some of you, all right? Spirit's asking you to gain balance in your life. Some of you might be, you know, juggling different jobs or projects, and they're saying make it fun if you are. You need to bring play into your life. Some of you might be juggling finances here. Let's have a look. We've got 9 of Raphael. Make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time. And we've got 10 of Raphael. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members, happily ever after. Wow. Wow. This is really turned. I want to say here, the process that's happened, we've started off with this clearing and this healing for you. And I hope you stayed in the reading, because look at this message. It's like after this healing that you're going through, and some of you may have already been through this healing. Some of you are going through this now. This healing that you've accepted and this elevation here, it is bringing you this wish. And what you've been wishing for here is going to bring you a lot of joy. And for a lot of you here, this is love, family, connections. Love and blessings fill your life, harmonious relationships with family members, and happily ever after. This is beautiful, all right? So this is like you receiving your wish, and this is like your wish fulfillment. Like this is the completion of it. And this could be you completing a family here, right? So I want to say, I feel like I said back here, and I think I'm having difficulty even thinking, because I feel like for a lot of you, there's something around your thoughts, and I feel like this is your energy, because it doesn't normally flow like that. It's like back and forwards. It's like, for some of you, there's that lack of clarity here, or doubt here, or this mind analytical. So maybe you have been sort of in your mind about it. But what is coming in here is your wishes. And I want to say there's 2 of Ariel as well. I want to say that this family, this union is going to be very balanced. And I feel like if this is love, that if this is someone you're meeting, or if this is your partner, there's balance coming back into your relationship here. Angels, can you please clear the energy? Too many cards. Okay, we've got the master artisan. So you're working on something here. You're building something. And you could be juggling jobs as well in order to in order to create this here, you could be an entrepreneur, you could be somebody who's has a side job here of creating something, you could be an artist. We have will, wisdom, and mind. We've also got here the fire and the water here, so maybe balancing the fire and the water elements, which is your emotions and your passions here. So I feel like there's two messages I'm getting here. For some of you, there may be some sort of arguments or some anger or frustrations. I feel like this is because you're very emotionally, something that you're very emotionally attached to, or this could be something that you've been working on, and it's like you're very emotionally attached to it, but there's some frustration and anger around that. And I feel like the angels are asking you to align, to come into balance of the fire and the water here, and to master this, and to bring it into balance, the will, the wisdom, and the mind. We have here the Six of Roses, the War of Roses. So with this card here, there could have been some discord here, as I said, and I can feel that in the throat chakra. And then you have the Garden, the Five of Roses. It's like she's investigating something, looking at something a little more closer here. So I feel like the archangels are saying you need to look at something a little more closely here. And I feel like there's a truce coming in here. I feel like there has been a battle between you and someone else here, but I see that it's going to come into a truce. This could even be against, like, I don't know if I'm just getting a message here for some of you. This could be like a competition against someone. I'm just going to have a look at the book. Yeah, so this is talking about a karmic situation here, as I said. And then this other one here is things mending, all right? So I think I feel like after further investigation and looking at things closely, that you're going to mend this situation, that there's going to be a truce in this situation. And that could be related to the anger as well. It's like a highly charged situation here. But you're going to come into this happiness. Like, it's going to bring you fulfillment in the end, whatever this conflict is. You have the Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. So this is talking about you having a lot of gifts and talents that are waiting to be emerged here. And also, if they've already come to light, it's time to share those gifts. And also with love and value yourself, I want to say, like, value your own craft and what you have to give, because you're working on something here, definitely working on something. Trust what it is that you're working on, and, you know, value yourself enough to believe in yourself. Shaman, trust in higher forces. So this is saying trust that the angels are looking after you, bringing healing into this situation and helping you with whatever it is that you're working towards. savings. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favour as you consistently set aside present funds. This is part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. So yeah, some of you are working on something here and you may be balancing your finances. It says do the work. It's not enough to dream and pray. You also got to take the positive action steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a flower garden. So keep moving on your goals. Honor your feelings. Whoops. Thank you, Haniel, for supporting me as I honor my feelings. So I feel like this is to do with your relationship or whoever it is that you're been having a difficult time with. And the angels are saying, honor the feelings that you feel. When you honor your feelings, you honor yourself. Trust your vibes. Thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. So I want to say the angels are giving you a lot of guidance through your feelings, so trust them. And they look on the back. They told me to look on the back. Clear your vibes. Thank you, Metatron, for clearing my vibes. So again, I was mentioning Archangel Metatron in the beginning of your reading. So you could call on Archangel Metatron as well to come in and clear your energy field. All right, let's get this one. Courage. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. So this situation where there's a discord as well and competition, it could be people who don't believe what you believe, and they're saying stay in your truth and stand up for what you believe in. This is have the courage to love yourself as well and trust yourself and your gifts. Spiritual understanding. Archangel Raziel, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. And we've got take back your own power. Use your God-given power and attention to manifest blessings in your life. All right. And lastly, what we're going to do here is I'm going to get you a Archangel Light Code card. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to get you to meditate on the card so that you can activate that energy. So Archangels, which light code for my group number 2, please? What light code? Okay. So here we have is a universal coherence. So I'll just get you to take in the energy of this card. Okay, so that is your reading group number 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now. Hello group number 3 and welcome to your reading today. This is a reading from the Archangels, messages and guidance. So we are starting off with this card that you have started with here. So I was guided to use these numerology cards, and I haven't used them very often at all, but I felt drawn to using it today. And so what I'm going to do is read out what this meaning is, what this card is. And this is from the Numerology Oracle by Christine Bengal and Patrick Stahill. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. But here I want to intuitively say what's really pointing out to me is the this violet energy here. And I feel like for you, there is a spiritual activation occurring within your life at this time. There's higher awareness here at this time. And I feel like for a lot of us, it's a general theme. But for you, they've got a specific message for you within this reading. And with these chains here that are connecting, and I want to apologize for my nails, guys. I can't find my nail polish remover, so I've had to go over the top. It looks yucky. Anyway, back to the reading. So there's all these little chains here connecting to a triangle, which is at the center there. And it's almost like the pieces of a puzzle or the pieces of a pie here. And so I feel like as I'm looking at that, I feel like there's been pieces fragmented from you. And I feel like you're now bringing, or for some of you, they're saying you've been part of those fragments have been connections with people. These could have been people who you've had interactions with this life or in other lifetimes. I'm actually seeing for some of you, there's interdimensional attachments that are going on, like, and I feel like they could be pulling at you in some way. It's like pulling you sort of off course, sort of uncentering you. And so this is happening for some of you, and for others of you, this could be parts of you, like attachments from past lives or people in your life right now. And I'm seeing that sort of is coming together now. It's a healing being created, and I'm seeing that those connections interdimensionally from past lives that have run their course, because I feel like it's time for you to really evolve as a soul. And so you no longer need to be attached to those connections. Now, the archangels are telling me in regards to the interdimensional travel. Okay, interdimensional travel, maybe some of you have interdimensionally traveled many different lifetimes and different planets and things. But what they're saying to me, it's a little bit hard for our human concepts to understand all of this. So they're going to put it in the way that's most understandable for us. So, you know, it's like, it's not saying that it's not saying that you're no longer connected with certain people or certain connections interdimensionally. But I feel like for some of you, you've had those connections to support your soul for a certain period of time. But now it's like they're being cut away so that you can come into your own sovereignty and your own, this is like a next stage of your own soul's evolution. And so those cords are going to be cut, or they might have recently been cut. And maybe you might have been experiencing a state of fragmentation, a state of unknown, a state of confusion, a state of disharmony. If you haven't, then I feel like this is a heads up. This is letting you know this is going to be taking place very soon for you. And it's all to help you. It's going to be very good for you, even though in the present stage of that healing and that detachment process may be painful at some degree. There may be a level of suffering, but however, it is to elevate and it's to free you and it's to bring you into your own sovereignty and to help you climb the ladder of success in your life. But also as a soul, it's climbing the ladder of evolution here. And I'm seeing that for some of you in particular, they're actually showing me that you're going to be sort of graduating in a sense, and you will start to be helping after you've completed this lifetime. I'm seeing some of you actually sort of initiating more into being a angel or guide on the other side. And I feel like there's a new stage of your activation, your integration and growth as a soul. This is very spiritual, this reading. It's this is talking about the higher aspect of you, group number 3, and your growth as a soul. And so, yeah, there's a process that's happening here, and you're going to be cut from certain people in your life maybe cut from that attachment phase that you might have had, that relying on, or it just energetically, because I get that feeling that it's not always the physical. They're saying it's energetic ties, okay? And so that's what's going to change. So I want to say as well, because for every one of you this is going to be a little bit different, but I am getting another message that for some of you, you may find, if this is to do with relationships in your present moment, you may find that all of a sudden there's a shift and change within that relationship. All right. And so this is just to give you a heads up and to let you know. And I feel like this will ease your anxiety, because I feel like when we don't know what's going on, we can get into our head, and that's where the suffering is. But this is to let you know that this is like a higher purpose, and that you're being held in this process, and that if any relationships just shift and change all of a sudden, it's not, I want to say don't blame the other person, I'm hearing, because this is an energetic time for that to be sort of completed, so that you can come into your own sovereignty here. And so it's just a matter of the relationship, and I'm not talking romantic love, it could be, but it's more about those connections we have in our life. That shift just occurs, and it's like that energetic connection that was there, it just sort of fizzles out. So this is like to let you know that's what's taking place, so that then it eases your nervous system here. And know that once this is, you're going to come into a level of unconditional love of self, and knowing that, and archangels really want to point out here, they're not saying you're not connected, because we're all connected in a whole. But it's like I get, and I wish I could show you and what I'm seeing here, but I'll do my best. But it's almost like I see there's these energetic cords, and you could look at it from these chains here, the little lines going out. And so I feel like it's like energy that's been fed to support you. It's almost like, if we can put it in a human context, we could say it's just like the child living from 0 to 18 in the parents' home, and the parents, you're always connected to your parents, and the parents are sort of supporting you. They feed you, they give you your house. And then when you're 18, or for some of you it may be older, or some of you it might have been younger, but at some point that connection with your parents shifted and changed. And so that's where that sort of the dependency, the support, and I want to say in your situation, they're saying this is more of a support, not a dependency. It's not a negative thing. This is something that I feel I'm hearing each soul. And so it's a little bit like that. So you leave your home, you go out on your own sovereign being, you make your own choices, and you're still connected to your parents. All right, you're still connected to them, and for each and every one of you, some of you may not be connected with your parents, but I'm just using this as an example, okay? So you're still connected to your parents, and you still love your parents still love you, and they will support you from time to time, right? So this is what is happening with your soul right now. So for many lifetimes, you've been connected with certain energies, and this could, and I'm not going to get into the specifics here because it's very general reading, but you've been connected with specific souls to support you. They're even showing me that like some of you have been following gurus or following certain masters for many, many lifetimes. And so that is going to be cut. And like when that happens, because that guru, that master, or that energetic soul, because I feel like the angels are just giving you a visual here, that once that happens, it's like then that support energy that was there all the time, that won't be there. So there's going to be an adjustment period, just like when you turn 18, and there's that adjustment period when you move out of the home, and you then have to look after yourself and sort of you know, nourish yourself and come into your own sovereignty. And so this is what's happening as a soul, and you're going to be able to then come into this place of power, individual power and unconditional love. And as I said, I feel like you're in turn going to be supporting other souls. So you'll be, once you've gone through the transitionary period, then you will come into this, all these pieces are going to come into the hole here in the middle, that circle, and then you'll be supporting others. All right, so this is how I'm seeing it. Very, like, this is very much energetic, on an energetic basis, this part of the reading. You know, there could be other messages as well moving through this, moving on from this. So if this doesn't resonate, you can still watch a little bit further. There may be some other messages for you. But I want to look at the book now. And this says the number 1 here, it says connectedness in the hologram, all connectedness. All is connected to everything, knowledge, all is spirit. So as I said, you're always connected, but there's just a difference in how you're going to experience that, because you're coming into your oneness. Oh, oneness. Okay. It says, I face life self-motivated and serene, and I define my values always anew. And by doing this, I achieve clarity and the power to assert myself. There you go. Power to assert yourself, because it's your time to be dependent on self. It says chances are new partnerships and changes in life in all sectors. So this is going to, this severing of old ties, severing of energetic cords, and through this process there is going to be new partnerships that will come in, but they're going to be formed in a new way. Okay. And they're going to, and there's also going to be changes in all areas of your life as well. They're also pointing out that for some of you watching, this is just to do with old ties that are in your life that no longer sort of serving your growth at this time, and they're going to be, they may be moving out of your reality. All right. So challenges as inability to make decisions, mental inner conflict, unrest, and impatience. You may experience some impatience as you're going through this time. But as I said, having this reading today and getting this information, hopefully that helps ease your, you know, that feeling of unrest, that feeling of confusion about what's going on. So it says brain-driven personas and their type of thinking, connection to the heart, future-oriented action, no longer a victim. Oh, look at this. I haven't read this. No longer a victim, self-determination. I myself determine my life and my success. The world is just as I think it is. I live in harmony with the universal laws. So the most important law in my life is the law of resonance. And so this is what I was saying. You are becoming a sovereign soul here. And you know, for a lot of you, I feel like this is, you know, just this is from your actual spiritual self here. All right, so let's have a look now at some other messages from the angels. So what cards would you like me to do next? They're really drawing me to Archangel Michael, so I'm going to Archangel Michael stepping in here. I'd love it if I had all the Archangel cards. If any of you know of any Archangel cards that are just like individual, let me know. So, Archangel Michael, what is your message, please, for group number 3? Pretty much, I feel you are coming into your own mastership here. I'm feeling a lot of energy in the womb as well. So there's new fire coming in here. There's new passion coming in here for you. I feel like you may start to desire different things, like new things. Like I feel like you may just completely change the way that you've been living or things that you've been interested in. I feel like you're going to start to new ideas, new experiences, new ways of living perhaps are going to start to come into your awareness. So we have here, keep your eyes on your targeted intentions. So he's got his bow and arrow here and he's focused here. So focus on your intentions and focus on what it is that you, how you want to see your life moving forwards. And I'm hearing from Archangel Michael here that because of the creative force and that there's a lot of inspiration coming in and newness coming in, and you know, just keep focusing on that, because that's going to help create the falling away of the old and that integration and that process easier. And they're sort of showing me a vision of almost like a cracking egg, and so like the light's in the egg, and as the light grows, the old shell is cracking and falling away, and that cracking is uncomfortable. But Archangel Michael's saying keep targeted on what your endeavors are. You know, whatever new inspiration comes in, focus on your intention on that, and that's going to help with the falling away of that old. It's because you've got somewhere to focus on, rather than, I'm not saying avoidance here or denial of what's going on, because there needs to be a level of acknowledgement here of what, you know, the feelings that occur from this sort of disconnection. But if you've got something that you're inspired about, if you've got something that lights you up that you can focus on, that it allows you to bounce back much more quickly than if you were to focus on you know, going into the tunnel of darkness sort of thing. Like, you know, just, I feel like the more that you're in that energy and you don't see anything else, you just sort of, it makes the process much more difficult for you, is what the archangels are saying. They're reminding me here of an experience I had probably at the beginning of this year, and I've never experienced anything like it. I experienced this emptiness, and I felt emptiness at points in my life, and I felt a separation, but it was like nothing I had ever felt in my life. It was just this, it was like complete nothingness, and it was just, and it was almost like a bridge between one life to another. And maybe that was part of a rebirth, that time of that emptiness, that nothingness. But what carried me through was the focusing on what I was creating. And so I feel like that's what they're bringing through here for you. And so I want to say, if you're listening to this and you relate to that emptiness, because that might not be the case for everyone, but if you're relating to that, I just want to say that it's a good sign. It's a good sign of your progress, and that that state that you're in, that is because you've released so much, and that's, you're coming into a new, it's like totally like coming out of the womb into this new life, meeting new parents. And so, but you're conscious of this, you're living through this process. And so the mind then starts to go, what's going on? Why am I feeling this way? And, you know, so on. Quite rightly so, right? It's just normal for the brain to be like, the brain's trying to keep us safe. Our mind's trying to, you know, bring us reference, right? It's just part of what our brain does. And we have to be grateful for our mind, because our mind is part of us. All right. So next we have is make a commitment Archangel Michael, as the angel of courage and confidence, I call upon you to lend me your strength. Allow me to commit to myself, my life, and my divine purpose. Please clearly guide me so I can fully open my heart to every experience. So I feel like for a lot of you, you are embarking on your own journey here, and you're moving in the direction of your life purpose, your destiny here. And there's a level of courage that you need to encompass here. And I feel like the angels are reaching out to you here, and I'm just seeing like Archangel Michael putting his arms out to the Creator. And so I want to say he's showing here that surrendering to the process and putting your arms out and saying, I'm open to this process. Show me the way. Show me the way here. And then that inspiration and the messages you get after you're surrendered there, focus on those inspirations and ideas to move you forwards here, group number 3. Actually, I'm saying to pick up this group. Archangels for group number 3, what is your messages and guidance? Okay, so we have add some, and I'm going to get the book for this one as well. And we've got the 6 of Forces here with the waterfall. Beautiful energy here. First of all, I'm going to tap into the messages of the card, and then I'll get the book. So with this one here, it looks to me like you've got, there's fairies around here as well, all right? And there's a lot of loved ones and ancestors, and here's the angel around you here. So the archangels are letting you know that you are not alone, that in fact you have a whole entire team around you. And this is the elementals, you have your ancestors, your loved ones in spirit, and the angels and your guardian angel are all there supporting you. And I'm really being pointed out to this grandmother energy, and she looks so proud of you. So I don't know if some of you watching, whether you've got a mother or grandmother in spirit, and they're just really, I'm getting really loving energy, and they're very proud of you. But I also feel like this could be a message in general from your spiritual team, that they are sending you love, okay? And I'm seeing here that she looks like she's just not sure. And I want to say as well, it's almost like it's like she feels something here, but she's kind of like second guessing here. So I want to say, if you're feeling some sort of sensations or you're getting messages, don't disregard them. Don't doubt what you're getting here. And, you know, there's that light of inspiration again. So I feel like you may be getting some messages here, and yet you're sort of going, oh, no, it couldn't be. Or maybe, I don't know why they're saying the phone ringing. I don't know if some of you may be experiencing your phone ringing or something like that. And you're like, no, it was just somebody random calling. But there may be little things going on around you, or even just you feeling something. And this is just your ancestors or loved ones letting you know, hey, we're here standing by you. All right, we see what you're doing. I feel like they're very interested in what you're doing as well. And it's like they're interested in what you're learning, what you're studying. And I feel like they're really excited about what's to come for you as well. And I also see here behind you, there's this gentleman here. I feel like there is some support coming your way. I feel like for this reading, a lot of you are on your own at this time. And for those that you resonate with that, there's definitely someone coming in that's behind you. They're in your energy field, meaning they are connecting with you energetically. And this person is coming. However, as I said, there's this whole transition process that's going on for you, and for each and every one of you will be at different points of this transitional phase, but it's going to be a very, very beautiful connection here when it does. And we've got 2 and I'm hearing like with that 2 and 2, it's like two people coming together who are one. They're one within themselves. They're connected with their masculine and feminine, right? So they're 2 and 2. And so this is not an attachment of, it's not an attachment like a codependency. It's an attachment of two souls coming together as independents and enjoying and creating together in the life journey. And I feel like this is going to be really, really beautiful for you. Maybe some of you have been doubting that as well. And I feel like this is just a side note that's coming through, and it won't be for everyone, but this is coming for someone. You may actually meet this person through your study or through whatever it is that you're interested in. All right, whatever you're pursuing, I feel like this person that you're meeting is actually going to be doing the same thing. I feel like they're going through this period as well. All right. Well, with the Six of Forces, what I'm getting here is with this waterfall that there's a lot of power. There's a lot of a beautiful big influx of energy that's coming towards you. And I'm seeing a lot of emotional fulfillment flooding in. And so they're saying that for those of you who felt like this emptiness, or even if this is just you feeling like confused, what's happening? Why are these people moving out of my life? Why is it I'm feeling this way when there's nothing going on in my life? Like you just feel like something's shifted. This is letting you know that there's going to be a lot coming into you. It's almost like I'm getting the floodgates opening and this overflow. And you're going to be so grateful for this. It's going to really renew you. It's going to bring you a lot of joy. And I just want to say there's a lot of spiritual power that you're coming into as well. Now let's just have a quick look at the guidebook. Okay, so I just want to let you know this is from the Akashic Tarot. It says, Adsum is a single word that has many, many meanings. First, it affirms your own strength and focus in the present. You can use it as a command word whenever you find yourself distracted from what's at hand. Say, Adsum, I am here, and feel yourself attend to the situation or person before you. This word also declares your arrival at your goals and all your wishes coming true. Say, Adsum, I arrive, and take a moment to see yourself reaching your goals. Absolutely. Whenever you get this card, know that you're on your way to the results you seek with the help of others and the glorious help of Spirit. This card also reminds you to be assured that no matter what's happening in your life, Spirit is always there for you. They reach out to you, sharing their light and power and serving you in every way, from the least to the highest, from grandma to the divine. An eternal community attends you. It's interesting that they've mentioned grandma. Say Adsum and take some time to attend them too. You can act on your promise to God as Spirit lifts you upon their shoulders. You are present for each other, and together you arrive at your dreams. So this is beautiful because we have make a commitment, have the courage, focus on your dreams here, and you will arrive to your destination. And at this destination, there's an overflow here of positive emotion, of beautiful spiritual abundance here as well. Let's have a look at that waterfall with the Six of Forces. So with the Six of Forces, it says, the element of water is fluid like the waterfall. Your personal energy never stops. Your life force is never ending. It springs from the eternal past and roars into your limitless future. Extending into the furthest reaches of the universe, it is a time of deep thought and even deeper emotions, as well as an expansive of psychic energy. use this time to act on these and tap your power that is ever flowing. As I said, spiritual power. You're coming into a lot more spiritual power here, group number 3. All right, what are the messages do we have here? Okay, so look, the angel answers cards. Okay, so we have success. So you are really moving towards something very successful outcome here, and what you're working towards. Whatever inspired actions, inspiration, new endeavors, experiences that are coming your way, explore them, group number 3, because they're going to bring you a lot of success here. A lot of success. Look, and here we go. There's another confirmation here about detoxing your friendships. So this is about, you know, there's this cleansing happening here, and, you know, it's to allow, so this, apologies there, I'm breaking my communication up. What they're trying to say is that these severing of ties here are so that you can come into more abundance. So it says your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. And I want to say a message that I heard was that for some of you, and I don't think this is everyone watching, but for some of you, it's like you're trying to chase after the people that you used to be close to. It's like you recognize a shift, but it's like you're trying to make it happen. You're trying to bring it, you're trying to soothe it, you're trying to heal it. But Spirit's saying here, you can still love them from afar. And it's just, there comes a time within certain partnerships that it's time to leave for the growth of both people involved. And that's what they're saying in this instant, because your energy that you're dispelling, that you're putting that energy into trying to heal something, or trying to make somebody understand you, or to try and keep that energy there, that support system there, that's just going to be seeping your energy out. And that energy that you're seeping could be going into creating your life here, into bringing you your abundance and success moving forward. So just be aware of that, group number 3. All right, what other messages do we have here? Yep. See that one pop out. Transform and unveil your gifts. So group number 3, a very spiritual group. You've got a lot of spiritual power, knowledge, wisdom coming through here. And this can be used in anywhere in life that you are being directed to, that you're being called to, that you're feeling inspired towards. And so it's saying unveil that and move in that direction here. And I feel like for a lot of you, as I said, you're coming into mastery here. You know, you've lived many, many, many lifetimes. For some of you, it's been very multi-dimensional. You've lived in different realms. You've experienced many different things as a soul. So it's like bringing that back together. And for some of you, you're already at that stage where it's coming together, and it's about bringing it out. All right. Okay, so for some of you, maybe a counselor, you may be a therapist, somebody who works with other people. This can also be that if you need help, to seek support of a counselor. But I feel like for a lot of you, you may be natural counselors. And it says here, you are a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. So I feel like through all of your experiences as a soul, and through your experiences perhaps in this lifetime, that you are naturally, people are naturally drawn to you. You're a natural healer. You're a natural counselor. And for someone here, you've been thinking about doing like a counseling course, and I feel like this is confirmation for you. That's going to bring you a lot of success, but that's not for everyone, of course. Claircognizance, pay attention to your thoughts and ideas that come to you as they're answered prayers. Again, confirmation here. And my ears are ringing. So you may be hearing your ears ringing. That's letting you know that the idea you just thought of is confirmation. All right. Their angel therapy, Archangel Raphael gives you, give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burden. All right. I feel like too with the sort of, because you have that healing aura and people are drawn to you, that sometimes you may absorb or take on some of that energy. So it's about clearing your energy and not taking on those worries and burdens of others. Yeah, because you're very sensitive. There you go. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. And I'm also hearing here that as you develop more spiritually and you as you get stronger, it's like those energies are not going to affect you as much, but because you're still going through this transitory period, your defenses may be a little lower than normal, or lower than what they will be in any case. So just take note of that, okay? All right, any other messages? I might just get some from here. Whoops. There's a beautiful one that fell on the floor. It says, you are a wonderful person. So remember that you are a wonderful person, right? You're very appreciated. We've got homework. So there's study that you're carrying out, or there's some sort of learning involved here. And we've got everything will be okay. So again, don't worry. Everything's going to work out. And look at the pumpkin that she's holding on to. This is another message of success growing in your life. Group number 3, tell God and angels how you feel. All right, you don't have to do this all alone. You can talk to the angels and tell them how you're feeling, and they will and release that energy that you're holding on to. Oh, look at that. Ask for help. Again, another message. Ask for help. You don't have to do all this alone. All right. And I feel like you're going to have a lot more people coming towards you. You're going to be taking on a lot more responsibility as a soul because you're coming into that independence. And so Spirit's saying you need to work with them, all right? Work with Spirit, because they will help with your energy. They will help you to... they will help to tell you when you need to take a break and things like that. So they want to support you in that way. And we've got angel lights. So I'm like little sparkles, and I've been seeing them during readings lately. And this is letting you know that the angels, if you see little sparkling lights, these are the angels around you. No need to worry. Again, another message of not needing to worry here, okay? And I know that's easy to say, believe me, when you don't know, when you can't see ahead and there's so much happening, it's hard not to. But you know that the egg is cracking and it's falling away here, group number 3, and you have so much beautiful success and abundance coming in for you. It's going to be really beautiful. I'm just going to get one of these actually. Oh, and they wanted me to put 2. Again, they're saying spiritual support. I allow you to support me as I grow to become more spiritually aware. So yeah, again, another message here about how supported you are, to tap into that. We've got the inner voice. Thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice. Again, intuition here, inspired thoughts, follow them. It's your intuition here. Okay, with this card here, this is from the Archangel Light Codes by Leanne Colquette. And I'm going to read, I'm just going to show you this card and the light code. And I'm just going to let you just feel into it and take that light coding, because I feel like that is going to support you moving forward. So for group number 3, what light code, archangels? What light code? So you've got joy here. So I just want you to take in that yellow energy. Allow that yellow energy to move through you, through your entire body. You could surround yourself with yellow and take note of the symbols. And I'm just going to give you a little moment here. Okay. So that is your reading, group number 3. I want to send you so much love. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this reading. I'm really grateful for the support. Much love to you. Bye for now. Hello everyone, welcome to group number 4. Just want to say apologies about my yucky scrappy nails. I can't find my remover, so they look a bit yucky. Anyway, let's get started with your Archangel reading, messages and guidance. I'm going to channel that through. This card here, it comes from the numerology deck, and they're kind of new to me. I don't know a lot about these cards and how they work, but I am going to read it intuitively, and then I'll get the book and get some further messages here. So I'm just tapping in now to this energy, and you chose the number 7. And to me, a 7 is a very spiritual number. It's also a number for learning and growth as well. And I feel like it's a very lucky number as well. And I feel like with this sort of, I'm hearing emergence. Okay, I'm hearing the word emergence, all right? And I'm also noting here the orange energy, so the orange vibration. So I feel like there is, hang on, I'm just hearing something here. There's something, I don't know why I'm hearing the word electromagnetic currents. I feel like you're going to become more magnetic. There's something about you becoming very magnetic here. This is really interesting. I'm going to get the book because, yeah, I'm just feeling like you're going to become very magnetic. There's something about you really, something about strength here as well. I feel like you're becoming really strong. I feel like you're becoming more centered within yourself as well at this time. And they're showing me a circle around this square here. So yeah, this is like you bringing in aspects of your life together, and it's like building a foundation. You're building on a foundation here, group number 4. Oh, and it's interesting because you've chosen group number 4. Again, 4 is that number of structure, stability, foundation here. And I'm hearing like it's ripe. It's a ripe time for that. And I see that they're showing me a tree with like a lot of fruits on it. So I'm getting this feeling that this stability that's been created here, and this stability in this foundation could be what's happening within you, group number 4, or this could be in your physical world. Take it where it resonates. But this is going to create you to be more magnetic, all right? And start attracting. I'm hearing the law of attraction. If you've been watching the law of attraction, I feel like this could be helping as well, I'm hearing. But also it's like, I feel like for some of you, it's like you may have heard the law of attraction and you've tried to implement it. Maybe it hasn't been really sort of flowing in for you, but things are about to change for that. I feel like you've been doing some learning, you've been doing some shifts in energy at some sort, you've been really working with your stability here, and you're becoming creative force, which is going to attract. They're just showing me like a vortex, and like just all these things being drawn into this vortex here. So this is really interesting. Let's look at number 7. So this is from the Numerology Oracle. And it says, I make individual and idealistic decisions and courageously and self-fulfillingly move through the time, and I face all new challenges with confidence. This is connectedness of self-confidence and creative awareness. My will is thy will. Oh, interesting. So there's a lot of power here with this. This is creative decisions and self-decisions, change and increase of value, and combining job and your calling. Interesting. So for some of you, bringing different aspects into a structure here. It says challenges could be compromises, repetition of patterns, and estimation of self-worth. So try not to doubt yourself here. Movement-driven personas. It says passion, quest for meaning, and trust in the time and its rhythms, enlargement of competence, integration of spiritual and material values, concentration on what is possible when patience is used. I trust in myself and in infinite wisdom of life. I am okay, and you are okay. Right. So yeah, this is spiritual growth as well. Right. With that 7, this time of learning here. And this is going to create you to be more magnetic and attract newness into your life as well. And I see here, and more abundance as well, as I said, with that tree. And so, yeah, there's you combining efforts as well here together. And it's you building a spiritual strength within you. Guiding me to these cards now. What messages do you have for group 4? Oh, look at that. And what a beautiful, stable foundation that is, to love and accept yourself. Thank you, angels, for loving me. Guide me to self-acceptance. I'm pointing out here, for some of you, might be a life path 4, or you may be a life path 7, right? But that's not going to be for everyone, all right? Love and accept yourself. So this is the foundation. It all comes from your love of self and your self-worth. And through this growing of your self-worth, you are building this beautiful, stable foundation here that can't break. And I want to mention here, they're showing me the triangle, but it's not just the triangle. You've got the square. So it is so supported that it won't fall down. And so I feel like whatever you're creating from this self-esteem, from this self-worth, from loving yourself, it's like whatever you bring into your world, it's going to be so solid, it's going to carry you through for the rest of your lifetime. That's why the tree looks so full of fruit, because all it can do is grow and prosper. So we've got speak your truth. Thank you, Gabriel, for helping me speak with integrity. So you're aligning with your integrity, with your truths, and that's what makes you become highly attractive. Because when you're aligned with that, it's like there's no resistance there. You're not trying to gain something for an idea in your mind. You're not chasing something, you're attracting it because it's part of who you are at a deeper level here, group number 4. And that's why you're going to be manifesting things a lot more easily. There's going to be a lot more flow, less resistance, because you're coming to that truth part of yourself from love and from your own truth. And it's just going to flow towards and magnetize towards you because it was already there. But if you're trying to grasp at things, it's like they're showing me you grasping at things, or it's like you trying to go upriver. It's just really, it's that resistance, and it makes it really hard because you're trying to get something that's not for you. All right. But when you line with who you are at a deeper core level, you won't want what you were grasping for, because you'll know, and you'll let the river take you downstream, and down that stream is something better than you even thought of. And it's because your soul knows what's for you. You know deep inside. All right. But I understand this is part of that moving out of the illusions of the mind as well, and what we think we're meant to have, or how things are meant to be. This is the conditioning of the mind that we all need to grow from. And so it's a completely normal and natural process as a human at this point in our development. So, it's okay, and you're moving from that. You're coming into your truth, and you're aligning with yourself, and that is what is going to make you so magnetic. All right. And we've got here, you are protected. Thank you, Michael, for surrounding me with your protective light. So you are protected. Your life is protected. You are, as you take steps to what you feel is right for you, you are going to be protected on that path. Because the reason Archangel Michael's popping in here, he's saying here, and he's holding on to this truth here. When you start to take that, and I'm hearing the road less traveled, when you start to take steps that come from deep within you that are different to how you thought things should be or how the conditioning is, a lot of times this can, the inner guidance can be a little, it's kind of asks us to step at times out of our comfort zone, out of a way that we're used to, all right? And so Michael's saying here, Archangel Michael, that when you take that step, you're going to be fully supported in it. And so, and once you take that step, you're going to be so grateful for that. So this is just letting you know it's part of your path and you're protected in that endeavor. It's coming from your heart here. You know, we run into difficulties when we are following what we think we should do and, you know, how we think we should be. And, you know, of course, there's a learning and growth process to this, and nothing is wrong. But this is just a heads up and an encouragement here from the angels to say, keep aligning with your heart and your truth. Keep loving and accepting yourself for who you are and the journey and the learning that you're going through. You know, all of that needs to be acknowledged, because that's all part of building that strong structure, is loving that journey of surrender and learn, and that journey of coming into your self-worth and self-esteem and trusting. And so you are protected in this. And my Archangel Michael is I feel like is guiding you at this stage as well. So let's get a message from Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, what would you like to let my group number 4s know, please? Okay, so we've got, it's time to leave this unhealthy situation. Archangel Michael, what parts of my life do I need to focus on more closely right now? Thank you for helping me hear your answers and for giving me the courage to make healthy changes in my life. So loving yourself is making decisions that can be hard at times, group number 4. It can ask us to leave situations that we've been comfortable in. It can ask us to start changing some habits in our lives. And these habits could be ones that have been formed for a long period of time. Some of you watching here, some of those habits could be in for 40, 50, 60 years. I mean, it just depends on how old you are. But this could be, you know, situations in your life that, and I'm hearing drama even. And so if it's not feeling right for you, group number 4, it's time to move on from it. And that is loving you. Loving you is making a choice to leave someone, situation, or old habits behind so that you can create something new here. And it's same with like choosing to fuel your body with really good foods, and choosing to, you know, live perhaps a more sustainable life. Like your soul is in the driving seat here. And so this is encouragement to keep moving in that direction. You created this situation. You have the power to change it. Thank you for letting me lean on your strength and reminding me of my personal power. Please guide me to manifest and heal according to my divine will, creating peace and blessings for everyone involved. And with this coming out as well, for some of you in group number 4, you know, you've been in situations where there's been a lot of conflict and drama. And this is why Archangel Michael said, look, you know, it's time for you to leave this situation. You've learnt all you needed to learn from this person or from this way of living. all this situation, and now it's time to you've got that power to make this change. Yes, it's difficult. However, it's going to support you, and the more that you show yourself that respect and detach from this, the more that you hold your power. It's following your truth again, and that makes you very attractive, I want to say, as well, and very magnetic, because you decide what you want and what you don't want in your life, what you want to put up with. You know, sometimes we can stay in situations a lot longer once they're overdue, right? But have the courage here. You've got the power with whatever you're going through and whatever it is for you, that Archangel Michael's saying here, you've got the power to change that, right? You wouldn't have this card if you didn't. And you can see Archangel Michael holding the paintbrush, and he's painting a picture here. So how do you want your life to look, group number 4? Because as I said, you're building that structure here. You're becoming aware. Like, that's what I want to say with that 7 energy. You're becoming aware of the areas of your life that may not be in alignment with your truth and who you truly are on a deep level. And so now it's like you can make the decisions to, are these people, situations, or habits in alignment with that sort of life that I want to construct? You know, is it going to give me that stable foundation? Because if it's not, it's time to let that go so that you can create your picture that you do want. And perhaps too, this is a really good opportunity to start drawing or painting what you want, or like visualizing, and how do you want the situation to look, and get out of the way. Because I hear this many times, and even I've done it, even I do it, we all do it, is we start going, oh, one day I want to live here, I want to do this, and then we go, oh, but we'll never be able to do that because, you know, I don't have the money. Where am I ever going to get the money? No, don't do that, okay? Don't do that. They're saying start getting into that energy. Oh, you know, I want to create, you know, I want to live in a place where I feel at peace. I want to live in a place where I'm near water. I want to have lots of flowers with me. I want to have the people who support me, surrounding me. I want to live in a community where there's lots of people around me that really see who I am, that know what I have to offer. I want to be in a job where I feel fulfilled, where I have enough to live, you know. And don't worry about how that's going to happen, group number 4, because that will be magnetized to you. All right. So I feel like this is a big message for you. That will come to you. It's just, you got to get that picture, and then the universe will bring it your way. And while when you have that picture, group number 4, whatever's not in alignment with that picture is going to go. If you're saying, I want to live in peace, and around you you've got people in your life who just always trying to take from you, or are always complaining, or are just heavy all the time, and just like always dumping stuff on you, like, that's not peace. So then you're going to be asked to move away from that if you want to manifest peace. So do you see how you have that power within you? And yes, that's difficult, because we can get tempted too to come back into that, because it's easy, old patterns and things like that, right? It's just like we, many times, you know, I'll use weight loss as one of them. Like, okay, I think, oh, I want to be this size, I want to look like this, I want to feel like this. And then you get tempted, don't you? So, and now I've lost track of what I was saying, but it means moving on now. So don't let yourself be tempted, because, and that's it, that's where I was. Thank you, Spirit. So they're saying that, you know, that goal that you have, you know, you're going to have to remove certain things from your diet, and you're going to have to change the way that you live. But in doing that, sometimes you get tempted by things, right? And so, but you will manifest that vision that you have, but you're going to have to do, it takes your power, your will, your divine will, to make that happen. All right, because the angels can't make that happen for you, you know? So they can help you with those ideas, like how to, and direct you to where you need to be for support and things like that. Knight of Raphael, committed romantic relationships being swept off your feet, situations and topics that make your heart flutter. We've got romantic, dramatic, poetic, and introspective. I feel like you could be very romantic and dramatic and introspective and poetic. And I feel like this is representing you going after your dreams here, you going after what you love, you know? And I'm also seeing here, it's almost like there's this real dark storm behind here. And he's like, nah, I've got my green. Oh, look at the flag. He's got his green flag with the, is it the caduceus? I'm not sure how you say it, but it's got Archangel Raphael's symbol. He's got that healing flag, and he's like, right, I'm going after my dreams. Gets on the white horse and he's charging forwards. He's going after that vision. And so that's what archangels are suggesting for you. We've got the world here, and we have Archangel Michael again. So I feel like Archangel Michael is really assisting you at this time, and so is Archangel Raphael. A very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. Yeah, so I said you're coming into this heightened sense of awareness, and you're going to bring these endings. Endings are coming into your life here, group number 4, and you're building this new structure. And you've got 2 of Michael. It will be better if you just make a decision over analyzing a problem, find a compromise. So this is also a message here about where can you make a compromise in your life to move towards what you want. What decision do you need to make right now? And what, like these decisions as well, I feel like it's more that part of you that goes, oh, but can I? Or what happens if? And the other side's like, yeah, but we need to move in this direction. And it's interesting because you've got the 2 white horses here, group number 4. And so this is like, what am I going to do? Your heart's telling you this and your mind's telling you this. But then you make a decision and you take the flag and you go after your dreams. And then this completion occurs. This completion occurs. All right, what card next? Just want to see, this one slipped off. Admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. I appreciate your support in helping me face my feelings with grace and acceptance so that I can lovingly be honest with myself and others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for giving me courage and strength. So yeah, there's an awareness coming in here so you can see where in your life you've been in an illusion, you know, where you haven't been seeing things exactly as they are. Okay, group number 4. But this is going to help you in painting your picture moving forwards, creating that life that you want. It's all about law of attraction here. Look at that heart chakra. I love myself and others unconditionally, and I nurture loving relationships. Wow, group number 4. This is so beautiful. Look at the back. Solar plexus chakra. I take actions daily that awaken my self-power. I'm going to leave that there. So it's a time of you connecting with your heart, healing your heart here, and coming into self-love and your truth here, and following that calling in your heart. And look at that, 1 and 7, right? 1 and 7. And it comes to 8, and 8 is you creating abundance for yourself, right? And it's moving. And I also see the 8 as like, it's like bringing that heaven and earth together, and it's like bringing, it's also like karma, you know, in a way, that karmic exchange. But I don't, you know, not that I, sometimes I think the word karma can be a bit triggering. I'm just trying to think of another word, but it's like you bringing something back towards you. We've got, and with this one, look at the yellow energy here. And it's like she is focusing on her power. So for you, group number 4, your main focus right now is you opening your heart and aligning with your divine will. And this is going to move you forwards. So go after your dreams here. You are painting a new picture, and the world is your oyster, group number 4. The world is your oyster. And you're protected in your endeavors. Look, Archangel Michael is very, very heavy in this reading. Not heavy, but I just mean there's a lot of his cards in this reading. And so he's very much aside you, helping you to see the way and move towards your purpose, move towards your heart's content. Oh, look at that. Abundance. Yeah. And I was going to say, he's saying, so again, Archangel Michael is saying here that keep following your heart and you will come into this abundance. It's going to flow into your life in many different areas. That picture that you're picturing, visualizing and feeling, group number 4, that is going to come in, and that's that stable foundation that we were saying. Go after your dreams. Pay yourself first. Make yourself the most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you're paid. The loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. So there's a message about saving, but I also get another message from this card. So this is also saying it's time to pay yourself first. It's time to look at what fulfills you, group number 4. What is it that you want in your life? You cannot think about other people anymore. Like, you can think about others, but I mean, I feel like this is a message for those of you who think of others first before yourself. Okay, it's time to think of you first and then others. Because it hasn't been working for you in the past. It's just left you probably drained and lacking. And so now it's time for you to move into this energy. You've done, as I said, you've done your learning from what you've experienced in the past, and now that's changing, group number 4. Sorry, I dropped the deck of cards a bit. Okay, so you got 2 worlds here. So I feel like with this card saying 2 worlds that you may feel like you're sort of caught in between 2 worlds here. And I can see why, because you're creating a new life, you're creating a new situation, you're creating a new circumstance in your life, you're moving out of an old. There's a time and period as the old moves away, the completion happens in your life and you move into the new. It's just like when they're showing me the tree, when the tree's leaves turn brown or orange, and then they fall off, and then there's that period where the green starts to grow. So you're in that period where the green's starting to grow, and maybe you still got some of those, maybe you still have some of the old autumn leaves still on the tree. So you're sort of in between situations here, and in between 2 worlds, your new world and your old world. But I want to say, I can notice in the back here, she's very much focused. She's focused on this fire. And it's interesting because she looks like it looks like she's very humble, and it looks like she feels like she's still lacking. It's like, I get the feeling, the energy I'm getting here is that you're very abundant. You've got a lot. You've got a lot of tools around you. You've got money. You've got a home. You've got a roof over your head, but you're still focused here on the old self in some way, in the lack. And I feel like this is just an old remnant of what you've been used to, right? And so there's this shift from the old to the new occurring. And it's interesting because outside this window, it looks like almost like Tibet or something like that. And I can see like the flags. It seems like focus on your spirituality, focus on your power, and, focus on what you have, because I feel like you have something right now, group number 4, that you can build upon, that you can use, that is available to you. And this is going to bring you success. Oops. You know what to do. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. So that's from Archangel Uriel. Again, look at the yellow. Keep following your heart here. You're being got, it's like Indigo and crystal children. Archangel Metatron, you have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. So you may work with children. You may have children yourself. You may want a family with children. This also could be you healing the inner child as well. Courage. Archangel Ariel, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. Yeah, again with the truth here, stand up for what you believe in, because perhaps you might have some beliefs that are different to others here, and you need to stand up for you, who you are, and your truth. Compassion. Soften your heart with respect to this situation, all the people involved. Okay, so again, for those of you who are in a conflicted situation, they're asking you to have compassion, and also have compassion for yourself as you go through this change. Clear your space, okay? Get rid of clutter to clear your energy. Right. I think this reading has gone for a fair bit of time. Trust your talents in changing times and see beyond your current situation. They're saying no need to worry. Tell God and your angels how you feel. Do some artwork, do some creating, get creative, play music, listen to music, and do some homework, do some study, do some research, do some learning. That's going to help you move beyond this situation as well. And there could be study coming up in regards to your talents here. And then we're going to finish off your reading now with the Archangel light code. So I'm going to ask archangels to pick a light code. And this is from Leanne Colquette's deck of Archangel light codes. So what light code for group number 4, please? Group number 4. That one flew. Okay, so I'm just going to hold this up to the camera and just get you to really take a few deep breaths and bring in the energy of this card, okay? Because it's a light code, it's an activation. It's Archangel Zadkiel, and it's Gateway of Enlightened Consciousness. Okay. So that is your reading, group number 4. I hope that helps you, and I send you so much love. If you like this reading, please don't forget to like and subscribe to support my channel. It's very much appreciated. Much love. Bye for now. Hello group number 5 and welcome to your reading. So you chose this card here, which is number 6. Firstly, I just want to apologize for my nails. If you notice they're a little bit scrubby, I don't have any nail polish remover. Anyway, so moving on, let's have a look at your card. So I am going to get the book in a moment and read what the meaning is of this 6. But first of all, I'm going to bring through some messages from the archangels. So I'm just going to channel that through now. The spiral here is really standing out for me here, and I also feel like there is there's heart here. It's something about the heart, and I'm seeing here that there's a star, like something about your soul star and the connection with your heart here. And I'm also hearing higher heart. It's like higher heart, heart chakra, and the soul. So something about those energies connecting here for you in your life at the moment. I also want to say, I feel like you may be revisiting a certain cycle, and I feel like this could be coming back to a previous experience either in this lifetime or another. I'm saying that because this is a general reading, and I feel like this is you're going to revisit this at another level of consciousness, at another level of understanding, and you're going to you're going to see it in a whole new way, group number 5, and you're actually going to use this to your benefit. It's like you're going to revisit some sort of situation, some sort of experience, and you're going to see it and you're going to use it. And I feel like this experience is actually going to be woven into the next part of your journey here. I'm feeling it's like you see it in a new way and then you use it in order to expand your life in some way. So for each and every one of you, this is going to be a bit different. So it's very hard to get specific on that, but we'll see what the cards say in a moment. But yeah, there's something very beautiful coming out of this experience. For some of you as well, I have to point out, they're bringing up love. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, you are meeting someone, or and there's two different messages here. For some of you, you're meeting someone and this is like your divine counterpart. This is a very deep spiritual connection, connected at the heart and soul. And wow, isn't this going to awaken you literally? This is just going to really be a big shift in your life. And I feel like you're going to feel feelings you've never felt. And I want to say keep centered. They're saying keep centered. They're showing me like Buddha. So stay centered within this. Because if you really stay grounded and centered through this process, it's a really beautiful process. And I feel like it's like you're going to look back on this. It's very magical. Okay, it's going to be very different to anything you've experienced. For others of you, I feel like you're revisiting an experience with your love relationship that you're already in, and this is going to really transform and change the both of you, and you're going to go into a whole new level of expansiveness within your relationship and a whole new level of knowing and understanding each other and a deeper level of unconditional love. This is a very high vibrational feeling that I'm getting here. Wow. Okay, let's get some more messages here. We have career transition. Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. And we've got Archangel Camille here. So for some of you, as I was saying, that there's this like revisiting of something. And if this is not to do with love, I feel like this could be to do with your career. Or like an experience, and you're going to use that experience to move you forwards. It could be something to do with this career change. We've got teaching and learning. Keep an open mind and learn new ideas, and teach these ideas to others. So some of you, and that's exactly the sort of feeling I was getting, like you're going to experience this through your experience, you're going to teach others. It's like you're going to bring that forward. You're going to see it in a whole new light. You may even, like for some of you, you may even create some sort of course from this, or some sort of book. You might write a book around it. But for others of you, with regards to this being a love relationship, this is like a complete transition in your life, and there's a lot of learning that you're going to experience through this connection about unconditional love, and you're going to be showing and teaching others through your connection. We have here moon cycles. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations, and capitalize upon these cycles. Archangel Haniel. So these the moon energy could be very significant for you. You may find that you are very connected to the moon, and so taking note of that will help you to understand a particular cycle that you're going through. Can help you with your manifestations. But I'm also getting here that this whole new cycle here with this relationship, or with this transition in your life, and you're going to really bloom. I'm seeing, yeah, it's just beautiful. I'm seeing like a lily, not a lily, sorry. I'm seeing a lotus. I'm seeing a lotus, like, you know, in the lily pads. That's why I said lily. In the water, it's like this blossoming, and I'm seeing the sun shining down on it, and you know, there's just, it's something very beautiful here. We've got leadership here. So for some of you, this career transition is you are becoming a leader here. You're leading a group, you're leading in a situation, you're leading in a job. It says it's time for you to assume your leadership powers and position and lovingly guide others. We've got patience with Archangel Jophiel. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing. So just be patient. There's a transition that's happening and occurring here. And you've got brilliant idea. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring it into fruition. So for some of you, if you've been thinking about teaching something, writing a book, or doing some sort of seminar, like creating a seminar or something like that, or whatever it is that you've got an idea about, they're saying yes. Or this could also be get some more information about that, because you're definitely on the right path here. And you can use the moon to help you in that creative pursuit that you like. If this is something creative, the moon may help you at certain times of the moon. It may help you to have more energy to put into that. And also there may be a particular, this may be around a particular new moon that you might have a brilliant idea and then go forwards, go towards that here. Let's get another card here. I want to say for some of you, with regards to a relationship, that I feel like this soul connection, this divine counterpart, it's like it's going to trigger a change in your career, and it's perhaps you might both work on a life purpose together, or you might start leading together. I'm getting different messages here, so just take what resonates. So we have the Muse, and we have setting your course. And look at this rainbow here. There's, you know, there's a blessing ahead of you here. So keep moving in the direction that you're feeling inspired towards. I'm feeling a little bit like headachy. I don't know if some of you are experiencing headaches, or whether you're just feeling some sort of pressure here. Or this could also symbolize the third eye. Maybe there's an activation going on within your third eye. I'm very clairsentient, so I can feel these things. But yeah, this is talking about setting your course here, and we'll look at the book as well in a moment. But we also, some of you might be traveling, And we have the Muse here. And look at that. And I was talking about blossoming. I saw the lotus. Look at all the flowers here. And you could see this as yourself, whether you're a male or female watching. It's just you blossoming. It's just you feeling really in your element here. And it's almost like there's that circle. Looks like the moon's behind you. So yeah, the moon's really supporting your endeavors. I'd be researching the moon or looking at how to work with the moon, because I just feel like you are very in tune with it. So I'm just going to get the book. Before I do that, I forgot to get the book for this one for you guys. I'm so sorry. All right, so you got Connectedness of Spirituality and Sexuality of Love and Sex, Interpersonal Harmony, Self-Love and Altruistic Love. It says, I find fulfillment of life in a team and in new and self-chosen partnerships, as well as in new life dreams in which I courageously experiment with life, and I love everything I do. So yeah, there's that, as it says here, new relationships or new dreams, like new careers here. And it could be combined as well, group number 5. And as I said, if you're already in relationship, there's going to be a shift that occurs that's going to change things in a beautiful way. The chances are here, experiment, life, pioneering innovations, new partnerships in work or private life. And the challenges is body dynamics, hectic pace, self-denial, and trust in life. So trust in this process, you know, especially with the patience card coming out, trust in this process. All right, so let's have a look now at the 3 of Swords. It says, this is a great time to broaden your horizons in both your personal and business lives. Don't limit yourself to only one direction. Your opportunities are greater than what you see. When you widen your scope, you'll find your way to limitless and options and boundless wealth. This card can also show a potential partnership or affiliation among 3 people who can be helpful on your path, travel or relocation. So there you go. I was saying some of you, this is travel, and we're talking about partnerships, and there we go. So keep setting your course here. We have now the Muse, so let me look at that one. The Muse. That is number 15. So again, like number 5 is like transition and travel as well. And the one that's for me is like you being empowered towards that change. And then, oh, and together it adds to a 6. There you go. This card shows a time of very heightened resourcefulness and inventiveness for you. Any creative project, new or old, can receive exceptional energy now. Ooh, interesting. I was talking about the revisiting something. So for some of you, this is revisiting. Maybe you started a career or something like that, and perhaps it didn't quite get off the ground in some way, or perhaps you were looking for a position within a job and you didn't quite get there, or you didn't quite get the promotion you were after. But you're going to revisit this, and it's going to be different this time. It's going to move you forwards this time. So it says, can receive exceptional energy now, both from you and from the universe. Call the spirit muses and let them join you and the creator within to lift your project to the skies. All right, so now it's time for this project, it's time for this career, it's time for this relationship, it's time for you to it's time for you now to flourish. So it's definitely the timing now. And for some of you, there's this new idea that'll come in, and this is going to be the right one. Perhaps maybe you'd had an idea and you're pursuing that before, but now like it's this new idea is coming, and it's like adds to what you had before, and then you realize that you'll understand why it didn't take off before, because there was a missing element. But you're right now, you're in that stage where you can claim your leadership here, you're in your power, and now you're at the right time, the right energy in order to create this. So what messages do we have now? Okay, so you have your guardian angel here saying you are not alone. All right, so This is a message to let you know that you're not alone and that you do have assistance beside you helping you with your endeavors here, and that they are helping to bring things into alignment for you as well. And I'm hearing here that this is destined for you. So do not give up, do not doubt, keep going, keep setting your course, group 5, because this is destiny for you. And the universe and your guides, your angels, they are going to, it just has to happen. So that's why they're saying patience. Sometimes things have to be worked out, but they're going to make sure this happens. It's part of what you've planned for your life, okay? Enjoy success and happiness. Yes, you're going to be able to enjoy it. It's coming in. As I said, it's meant to be for you, group number 5. It is going to happen, and just know that it's just being worked out, right? High Priest, intend and create. Yeah, so bring this into motion, group number 5, because it's meant to be. We've got on the back, love and let yourself be loved. Yes, especially with this new relationship or new renewal, if this is you, this is allowing that love. Open your heart to this. And I see you feeling really I feel you feeling really secure, like safe. I don't know, I get this feeling that you're going to, in this partnership, you're just going to feel like everything you've put out there, you've sort of getting back in some way. It's not like in a negative way, it's just in a really positive, beautiful way. It's like, I feel like this partnership is pretty much connecting you with that divine source energy. It's like having that reflected back at you. All right, so I opened up the deck, like I split it, and it says autumn, release the old and rest. So, you know, maybe you've been going through a time of releasing the old, and maybe, but because I was talking about relationships as I was like flicking the decks open, you know, you've had to release some relationships in the past, or old energies that were sort of blocking the heart chakra, and now you're opening that. So what cards next, please? So let's get these ones here. Messages for group number 5. Okay, so we've got ask your angels. So if you're wanting some guidance, you know, they're saying to connect with your angels, that they want to support you. And also, I feel like your angels are going to help you with this, help you with the energy moving towards this idea that you have as well. And within the next few weeks, things are going to start happening for you. I feel like there's a no on the back here. So there's maybe a no in particular to something, or where you've had a no, I feel like that's going to change within the next few weeks. You're going to start to see an open doorway here. We have it safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses your world. So within the next few weeks, as I said, you're going to start to, something is coming towards you here, group number 5, and it's going to bring you a lot of success and happiness. Be open to receive everything that's coming your way, including this relationship. If this is a new relationship, or be open to how this relationship is transforming for you. And I'm feeling like another one. And they're also saying like the no could be you. People might be trying to help or support, or, you know, there's like maybe you're saying no to opportunities in some way. Okay, they're saying do the work. It's not enough for you to dream or pray. You also have to take the positive action steps that you're being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. And look at that Muse card. It's like a garden, right? And you're flourishing here. And so this is saying here to accept and receive all of this. And as you have this guidance come in, take it and take divinely guided action here, group number 5, and it's going to change things for you. And we've got savings. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. I want to say you're being, as you transition your career as well, and I feel like for a lot of you this is like probably self-employment, entrepreneur, some sort of business, some sort of endeavor here, that, you know, as you follow that, you're going to be supported here. And this is also a message about like saving the extra, what you receive. I feel like for some of you, I'm hearing you're going to be receiving more money, more resources coming. They're saying don't spend it all when it comes in. Put some away so that when so that you have resources there if you need to have a holiday, if you need to, if something expense comes up, that you have it there. So they're saying when you have the influx, to put some of that away. I'm feeling like this is for a message in particular if you're someone who's like, who's working for yourself, you know, when you have an influx, put some of that away. All right, and we have here, God is your source. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorways to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance to share. All right, any other messages, please? They're guiding me to this deck here. Group number 5. I celebrate each sunrise and recognize the healing energies of sun. So the sun is going to be really rejuvenating for you, and it's going to be very healing, and it's going to help inspire you. So please get out in the sun as much as you can. You've got 2 sun cards here, so there's lots of happiness coming towards you, lots of positivity, and I feel like this divine partnership is going to be a bit like a sunshine in your life as well. But I'm seeing like greeting the sun, perhaps doing yoga as well. That might not be for everyone, but that just came in. But it's going to help align you with your power. You like being in that sun, or just even if it's just visualizing your the energy of the yellow, the solar plexus energy, and aligning with that divine will, and that will help you to intend and create and move towards your dreams. Here, group number 5. Yeah, let's have a look. What other messages do we have? I think we already did this deck. They want me to do it again. All right. Oh, wow. I was just saying to the angels, I haven't got much about the love, and look at this. Beloved one, Archangel Camille, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. Wow. And look, it's safe for you to receive. It's safe for you to open your heart to this relationship. It's safe for you to receive the blessings that are coming to you, towards you here, group number 5. This is really beautiful and very positive. Let's get some little angel cards. Okay, that'll do. All right, so we have family. We have sensitivity is a gift. Say a prayer. Drink fresh water. These are just some little guidance here. And think about your dreams coming true, okay? And call upon your angels. Again, they've asked you to call upon them. So they're really wanting you to pray and ask for their assistance. Like, I don't even think it's just they want you to work with the angels. Some of you may work with the angels, but they really want to support you, or they want to help you with something. So they're really calling you to connect with them so they can support you in some area or give you some guidance, because they can't do that without your free will, okay? And I feel like there may be some focus around family at this time as well. So yeah, there's a lot of positivity coming into your life, group number 5. Open your arms to receive it. All right, now lastly, we're going to get a light code card. This is an Archangel light card from Leanne Colquette, and we're going to get archangels to choose one that is going to be helpful for you, and it's going to activate your energy. So just taking a few deep breaths when you look at this card and just feel into the energy and the code, and that will activate into your life. I'm not going to read from this card. I'm just going to use the symbol. So So this one says serenity. Okay, so just take in that activation code group number 5. Okay. So those are your messages, group number 5. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please don't forget to like and subscribe to support this channel and to watch further videos. I send you so much love. Bye for now.